Welcome. This is a guided meditation for those moments when the mind feels busy, when thoughts keep looping, when you find yourself replaying the past or rehearsing the future. So before we begin, take a moment to find a comfortable position. You might be sitting in a chair, lying down, or resting in whatever way feels supportive for your body right now. And when you're ready, you can gently close your eyes or lower your gaze and soften your focus. We'll begin with just a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Maybe take another like that, breathing in and breathing out. And just reminding yourself that there's nothing you need to figure out in this moment. And just breathing in and out. And for the next few minutes, the practice is simply to notice what is here. So as you continue to breathe slowly, you can let your attention begin to settle on the feeling of your body being supported. Notice the places where your body makes contact with the chair, the floor, the ground, whatever is holding you. You might notice your feet being supported by whatever is supporting them, or maybe the feeling of your hands in your lap, or simply the weight of your legs. And if your mind wanders, just bring your attention back into the body, into the sensation of breathing in and out. Just giving yourself permission to be here now, simply breathing, inhaling and exhaling. You might notice the rise and fall of the belly or the chest. Or you might guide your attention to the beginning of the inhale or the beginning of the exhale. And when your mind wanders, See if you can just observe the thoughts that show up, remembering that it's completely normal. That's what our minds do. They think. And you may notice what type of thoughts arise and whether these thoughts are related to the past or to the future. And then just go back to your breathing and just slow and steady at whatever rate of breathing feels comfortable. And again, when thoughts arise, you might note what type of thoughts they are. Maybe they're planning thoughts. Maybe they're memories. Maybe you're judging or assessing. There's no need to push these thoughts away. You can simply notice them. You might try to see these thoughts as clouds that are moving across the vast sky of your mind. And when a thought appears, you can notice it for a moment and remember that this isn't a problem. You might take comfort in knowing that every time we put our attention on the breath and our mind wanders off following some thoughts, every time we recognize that happens is a mindful moment. Because each time you notice your mind has wandered is an opportunity to strengthen that mental muscle that allows us to bring our attention back in the direction that we want. And coming back into the present by breathing in and breathing out. Allowing ourselves to rest in this moment, to be here now in this body. And often a meditation like this can help us sense that we are not our thoughts, that rather we are the awareness that notices the thoughts. In this kind of meditation where we're just focusing on our breathing while also noticing thoughts that simply rise out of nowhere helps us see that these thoughts are not necessarily generated by us. These thoughts can seemingly come out of nowhere. And remembering that anytime our thoughts do not feel particularly helpful, we can take a break by coming back into the present moment through focusing on our breath, focusing on our body, and what it feels like to be in the present moment. And so before we end, you might silently offer yourself a phrase of kindness. Maybe something simple like, may I be gentle with myself. May I remember that I do not have to figure everything out. And as this practice comes to an end, notice again the feeling of your body being supported. Maybe notice any sounds around you. And you can remind yourself that this moment is more manageable than the one your mind is imagining. And again, we can remember to return to the here and now when overthinking feels overwhelming. Let's take one last slow breath in and out. And now maybe wiggle your fingers or your toes. You might jiggle your body a bit. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes or lift your gaze. And thank you for practicing with me. And as you move into the rest of your day, remember, you don't have to stop thinking in order to practice mindfulness. You only have to notice when your thoughts aren't helpful and come back to the present. Take care and be well.